Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Gregory Scott and this is your monthly tarot reading for November 2015. I've got a new deck of Radiant Rider Waite tarot cards here and I'm going to use these to do your monthly forecast. And the way I do the monthly readings is I choose 4 cards, one to represent each week of the month, and then I choose a final card to give you the overall theme. So these are the cards. You'll be very familiar with these if you watch my channel. The reason I got a new deck was not because the old one was worn out, but I cut myself on my finger and I was doing a reading and I thought it was all fine, but then when I looked at the cards again, they had blood all over them. So I don't know if that's a sign or what, but I didn't think that was very nice. So I got a new deck, and because I like this deck so much, I bought it again. And there you go. So let me shuffle these cards. I'm going to have to shuffle them really well because it is a new deck and they're all in order. So they're in the order of the major arcana and then in each one of the suits. Cups, pentacles, swords, and wands. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle them this way. I'm going to shuffle them a little bit more. November is the month ruled by Scorpio pretty much and ruled by Pluto. In terms of the seasons, it's when, you know, the trees, the leaves, nature is going to sleep. It's getting ready for winter here in the northern hemisphere, and things are really slowing down. The light is fading, it's getting darker, and let's have a look at, really, apart from the kind of environmental and atmospheric energies, what you're going to be working with and what energies specifically will affect you. So let's have a look at that. And these are really, I like shuffling new cards, they feel really good. Okay, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then I'll choose the major theme. So week 1 is the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. The 6 of Pentacles, as you can see, is about balance, okay? This rich guy, he's got rich by following his dreams, following his passions, and he's being very generous, and he realizes that he's been lacking in finances himself, and he remembers that, and therefore he's being generous and he's helping other people out. So this card is in reverse. What that's saying is that you may not be aware of the balance of life. You may not be aware of the fact that everything that goes around comes around, and it's important to remember that. Okay, it's important to remember that if things are looking really good, they have looked differently otherwise. If they're looking really bad, it means that this too will pass and that things aren't going to stay the same. So the beginning of November is going to be very changeable. Your circumstances will be altering and the energy will be shifting. So it's not just you know, autumn, late autumn going into winter. It's also your themes of your life are going to be altering and things are going to be turning around. Luckily, in week 2, we've got the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands represents success, social acclaim, specifically in response to one of your creative endeavors. So the Wands represent life purpose and they represent creativity. So if your life purpose is to be an engineer or a painter or a writer or a professional athlete, then by doing that and engaging with the thing that you feel, that's the important bit, that you feel is your life purpose, then you will have real success in that in the second week of November. So there's real potential for you to do very well. If you can actually juggle the dates around, or if you've got any input in terms of when to do certain things, do them in the second week of November. That's when you'll do best. So from the 7th to the 14th. Third week of November, we've got the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords represents real stability in your mind. It represents contentment, meditation, peace. You can see this knight here sleeping, totally protected, totally at peace. And that's really what I get. I don't think so much you're preparing for anything, which is what this card can also represent. But I really feel that you have a sense of peace and contentment within your own mindset. That things kind of click into place, and you've just got that feeling of, oh, you know, I can relax. Finally, it's the Judgment card in reverse. Judgment, when it's this way around, it represents an angel or divine guidance calling you to reawaken and to do something differently. Okay? It's in reverse, so what that means is that you're on the right track. There is no intervention that's going to say, hang on a minute, you have to do things totally differently, you have to swap things around. And that kind of correlates with the first card, which was a reminder that things aren't going to always be the same, okay? So you realize at the beginning of the month, you realize that things are temporary and that you have to live in the now, in the moment, and that the things that you're doing aren't always going to be that way. So you're enjoying the successes that you're having, you're content with what you're doing, you don't need to change things, they'll change themselves anyway. So you don't really need to put a lot of effort into that in November. Think of November as kind of a leaf blowing in the wind and going on its own way, and you're along for the ride. So all you need to do is show up, put the effort in, you'll have real success with it, but the seasons will be changing and things will keep moving anyway. So as long as you go with the flow of this, you know, the winds of change, things will progress nicely. You will feel like you're making progress and things are moving in the right direction. So let's have a look at the overall theme here for November. The overall theme is the Five of Cups in reverse. The Five of Cups in this way round, you can see the right way round, sees that this person is grieving something and he's looking at the negative. It's in reverse. There is no element of grief here. You're grateful for what you've got in your life. You're looking at the present moment. You're going from day to day, and you're not overly attached to anything. Therefore, if things don't work out 100% in every aspect of your life, which they never do, then you're not overly upset by that. So November is really a very, very nice month because you're not overly connected to things. You don't put too much importance on things. And that's why you have this sense of contentment and peace, because you're going with the flow and you're aligning yourself with the process of life, which is why things just keep going, you have successes, and you appreciate the moments that you get. So this is really the way you should always be living your life, but for whatever reason, you're able to actually tap into it in November, and you will really have a lot of wonderful, magical moments in this month that you'll remember for the rest of your life. You know, sometimes you notice yourself doing something or sitting with someone or you know, having a certain moment, and you kind of step out of yourself and you think, I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. This is one of those pivotal times in my life, and I'm taking a mental snapshot here. Specifically, it's in regard to your life purpose, in regard to your work, and the way you generally feel about your life. So it's a sense of contentment and well-being, and it's also career success and the money that usually comes along with career success. Those are the biggest kind of pluses that you can expect in November. And truthfully, the biggest asset that you can ever have is peace of mind, because that's what we're all looking for. And if you have peace of mind, it doesn't matter if you have money, or it doesn't matter if you have success or not. It's the peace of mind that we're all looking for anyway, and that's really what you get in November. So that looks really good. Let's look at the numbers here. 6 and 5 is 11, and 6 is 17, and 4 is 21, and 20 is 41. 4 and 1 is 5, and 5 is about freedom. So you have freedom in your life. You get to live in the present moment, in the present day, and you can be happy and grateful for the life that you've got. Let me just double check that. 20, 24, and 12 is 36, and 5 is 41. 41 is 5, yeah. 5 is about freedom, okay? So, yeah, use November for this opportunity to free yourself in the confines of your own life, within your own life circumstances as they are right now. Have a wonderful November. If you'd like a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab and you'll see the types of readings that I do. I do tarot readings, astrology, and numerology. If you want a reading, then just select the one you want on that website and I'll get in touch with you. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and have a fantastic November.